What's up, folks? This is Lewis. Welcome to Nerd Report. Let's go over this Karmelo Anthony stuff going on. We got some new breaking news, and we'll catch up with some stuff right after this, so stick around. What's up, everyone? How's the sound quality here? How's the sound quality treating you? Let me know in the comments. Did you all get notified for this video? Let me know in the comments as well. We got Alexander in the house. We got Wendy. We got Tammy among the first featured audience here. What is up? How's everyone doing? Did everyone have a good Easter? Did everyone? Are the egg prices down? Were you able to get an egg to design it with all those cute colors and then hide them in your backyard to find them later? I don't know. Do people still do that? Or am I aging myself? Are people still doing that? Let me know in the comments. What up, everyone? Let me know what country, city, or state you're watching from in the comments. Keep the conversation going as, yeah, man, we had this, we'll go over a few things here. And as usual, I want to know your opinion on everything. We had this, this protest over the weekend. And involving the father. And let's go over it real quick. Did you guys see this video? This is the organizer of the protest. Protect White American Organizations calls Austin Metcalf's father. Now, that's the name of the protest. It's not what I'm calling it, okay? So I know people get triggered with this wording and everything, so I have to be careful. By the way, everyone you see here, everything we talk about, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. We're not accusing anyone of anything. We're just discovering the situation as we go. I'm actually discovering about this, learning about this case as I go with you all in the chat, actually. So my opinion is just as valid as yours. I'm just hosting this gathering. So everyone's opinion, let me know, Judy, what you guys think and everything as we get to the bottom of this. This is a really big, it's getting bigger, this story. Karmelo Anthony, apparently people are reporting he moved. There's a lot of reports that are not real and some are. So let's see this real quick. This was from the protest over the weekend, and this bus, the organizers came in this bus. I know it has Trump in the front, but someone was quick to point out, because I was like, man, why are they using like Trump? Like Trump is not endorsing this, right? I don't know what his position is, if there is one, but it also has Martin Luther King and JFK and stuff. So it's not really, people are calling it a MAGA bus. It's not, I don't think it is. I don't think that guy calls it that, but whatever. It is what it is. Let me know if you hear the audio.
Americans, fight.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do?
So he's calling Metcalf's son, all right?
For you.
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that it shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and
He grew up as a 17-year-old white young man.
But somebody that it shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life.
So he's a 17-year-old all his life. Look, here's the problem I have. He's calling out, and a lot of people are upset at the father. They want the father to be more emotional, more pissed. But the thing is, he's the one that's a victim here too, right? His son's gone. He could he has the right to feel however he wants and do whatever he wants. If he wants to watch a Mary Poppins marathon at home after this, that's his prerogative. Let's see. There's no way. I don't think it's our place to determine how Metcalf's father should react, or this guy's duty to, like, hey man, you got to act like this. I don't know. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments.
Americans. Fight.
Hey Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time.
But he's saying too, I don't know if Metcalf felt that way, right? I don't know. How do we know? This generation, every generation, it seems, well, I don't know about now because everyone's talking race, but it doesn't, just because his experience was fear of black people, like he says, doesn't mean Metcalf's was. So it's a different life, different experience.
And I don't understand, as a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country.
When he's saying culture, it's like, well, what does he mean? Just because he's black, he's listening to hip hop? I'm just trying to. Weird thing to say, but he's being honest. But again, Alexander, like, we don't know if his Metcalf's son lived in fear of anything, So I'm sure this guy is he's explaining his life experience. But then he says, I grew up in fear too. Listen to those words. They're weird words I think this guy's going for politics, but they're weird words. I'm old school in theory to understand the correct environment. Yeah, I get it.
For killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son.
See, I don't understand. You as a father, you can't condemn the culture. It doesn't matter though. That's the father. It's the father's prerogative.
There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country.
Is that true? He's a race hustler? Possibly, yeah. It seems like. But to be fair, are we seeing race hustlers on both sides? JW47. I think you have a point. It's sad. You can make money off this divide, right? You can make money off this divide. Judy says, no one should criticize the parents on either side. I agree. They're both in grief. One has permanently lost their son, and the other one could permanently lose their son. Correct. Their lives are devastated. Yes, Judy. And I think anyone with common sense is thinking like you right now. I think anybody with common sense is agreeing with you. I've seen a lot of also YouTube commentators be a lot more aggressive towards the Anthony family. And I'm just, my theory is I'm watching, waiting, and learning. All right, because I've seen a lot of situations where we've jumped to conclusions and then we've had eggs on our face. The cards playing, yeah. Wendy says the race cards being played way too much, and it's losing it because now when we have real racists, and we do, believe me, we do have real racists out there, we're just gonna be like, yeah, whatever. They're just making it up for clout. And by the way, one of my favorite YouTubers, speaking of YouTubers, is the Karen Show. Make sure to give her some love. Holy lovely people, I just got here. Thank you for coming here. Karen Show, thanks for the love. Thanks for coming on in here and supporting the channel. I've been on her channel as a guest, so make sure to check that out. Check her out. So let's continue with this guy. I'll play it from the beginning in case you just got here.
Americans, fight, fight,
This is from a protest rally at the school.
fight.
Now I'm hearing this guy went inside the school. Could anybody tell me? He went inside the school to recount, like to show his audience. Is it him? To go inside where the incident happened, and he's actually in trouble now? That's what I heard. I think I saw that. Let's get to the bottom of it. Always love your content. Thank you, Wendy. Always love you being here.
Fight,
Hey,
fight,
Jeff, it's
fight,
Jake Lang here.
fight, fight.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression.
He's calling him. He says he's saying the father recoiled out of fear, but I don't know, man. I don't know if that father is very I don't think that father is fearful of shit, man. Do you think Metcalf's father has fear? He showed up to the press conference on his own. That took some some balls, man. Wendy, thank you so much for supporting the channel, folks. This channel, man, YouTube's not really sharing our shit, man, and I'm trying to get the most content out there, and stuff. And Wendy donating, Wendy's giving that super sticker. It really, really helps the channel. So thank you very, very much for that. Hearts for Wendy. If anybody wants to support, you could do so right now with a super sticker, super chat, become a member, gift memberships. The PayPal somewhere over there. I'll bring the PayPal. Am I wrong to say, look, it's if he's frustrated with the way the dad is handling things, I 100% understand. He has the right to be frustrated, but he doesn't have the right to tell that dad that's not the way to do it. So folks, if you want to do PayPal link. I dropped the link in the comments. If you want to do PayPal, we get most of the proceeds that way. But hey, either way you can do is good. Just come on in here and watch. I think it's offensive to the dad. What do you guys think?
Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been.
I don't know, man. I think this guy's jumping to conclusions, and I think there's a lot of people that are upset at the dad for not acting a certain way. And maybe they have the right to be frustrated, but to tell him how he thinks, how he should think, how he should act, I think it's his prerogative. I'm sorry. I do. Karen, thanks for the support here on Nerd Report. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for folks for supporting the channel. We've been being killed by the algorithm, being killed by people just not seeing our videos. I had a few people come in and say, "Hey man, why aren't you making videos?" It's like, I am, but they're being hidden and stuff. And the few that come here and stuff, you guys are supporting, and if you guys go a little extra mile with a donation, it really, really helps, folks. Karen has just done that. Let's see some hearts for Karen. The Karen Show, check her out. Says, "Love you, Lewis. You always cheer me up. XXX racism has nothing to do with this. Sad to see they're trying to make it about race A boy died and another boy's life is over because he decided to end someone. Well, you have a point. Yeah. You have a right. You have, again, we don't know. Okay. So when we say, this is all my opinion, everyone's, entitled to theirs. When some people say this is not racism, to me, it looks like it's not, like the entire incident, but I cannot get into the hearts of these two guys when they got into their argument. I don't know them. I don't know what's in their heart, but to me, I'm going to keep consistent with my story. All right. Because this is not a story. This is what I feel. And when you say what I feel, you're going to see the consistencies. Who's been on Nerd Report for a very long time? Raise your hand. I don't bend my opinion to get views. Although sometimes I'm tempted to, man, because people that lie get a lot of views. But anyways, and my opinions, unfortunately, sometimes I think they're kind of garbage, man. They're not with the norm and they're kind of weird. But I'm going to tell you anyways, because that's the way I feel. And I can't go on the mic and be fake. That's like another extra job, man. I'm already. But listen, I've always said this. You cannot get into people's hearts. You don't know what these two guys were thinking. And I also said from the beginning, remembering my high school days and the rivalries between high schools and football teams and everything like that, there were some times where our school used to troll the other school and they used to troll us. And it seems like if it was in my school and I heard this happen, I'd say that Anthony was trying to troll the other team by going into the tent and the thing escalated and it went the wrong way. That's the way it's looking, or the way I think. That's what I think may have happened. But again, we don't know until the trial, and then I don't know if the trial happens and we hear that there was this word used and the warning and this and there was a gang up. I don't know where the videos at. Anyways, let me continue reading this. Karen's opinion here is her super chat. Love you, Lewis. You always cheer me up. Racism has nothing to do with this. Sad to see. Oh, I read this. Sad to see they're both trying to make it about race. A boy died. Another boy's life is over because he decided to murder someone or end someone. Yeah, that's tragic. That's tragic. That's tragic. What's up, Ann? What's up, Ann? See what other opinions you guys had. Keep the conversation going in the comments, folks. I really appreciate it. Let's continue with this call to the dad.
With that, maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
He wants the dad to join him. Listen to what the dad says if you missed this over the weekend.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt.
No, let us.
That's called white guilt. Why, bro? Why? Why is it called that?
Of my son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
Folks, thanks for the raid. We got Popcorn Planet raid coming on in here. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you to It's Kim. Thank you to Andy Signor having a wonderful discussion over there. I had a chance to kind of go in there in the, I don't know if you guys saw me. I was in their comments area talking about Justin Baldoni and his proposal. But thank you, Popcorn Planeteers. Press that one button if you're from Popcorn Planet. My name is Lewis here on Nerd Report. We are updating you on the Metcalf Anthony case. Here a few weeks ago, there was a tragedy where one 17-year-old and another one got into some sort of fight, maybe, I don't know, a discussion, and there was a stabbing, and then one of the kids not with us anymore. Have you heard of this case, folks? I'm not hating on Justin Baldoni. I'm just saying the truth. The guy's cringe. Do me a favor, folks. If you agree that Justin Baldoni's cringe, press that 2 button. But anyways, there was a protest over the weekend, and one of these guys, an activist that put it up, was doing, his words, not mine. The name of the event was Protect White America. So they want to make it about race. Are they right? Are they wrong? I think they're wrong. Okay. A lot of people think Justin Baldoni is cringe. Nice. But I think they're wrong. So this guy shows up at the school with this bus here. Okay. He shows up. People call it a MAGA bus. It's not a MAGA bus. It's kind of like an everything. You got Martin Luther King in there. You got JFK. They're not MAGA. But the guy, maybe. All right. So he calls the dad, and the dad puts him in his place, man. Again, these are 2 guys, 2 kids. One was black. One is black. The other one, deceased, is white. They got into a fight at a track and field or something. I don't know if they got into a physical fight. There's a disagreement between rivals. Anthony went to the rival school's tent, or it seems like. Austin Metcalf told him to leave, and there was sometime, apparently a knife came out and stabbed Metcalf, and he's no longer with us. Anthony's calling self-defense, apparently, and people are making it about race. People are making it about race. Have you been following this case, folks? In the comments, have you been following this case? If not, I'll bring you up to date. And do you think it's about race? I think some people are racist, of course. But so now the latest is we got this protest over the weekend. The dad's been doxxed apparently another time. People are threatening Anthony's, family. And like, I do believe that there's some people that are stupid enough to threaten families, man. I do believe that, even though, people are in the fence. But let's check this out.
Americans. Fight.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff.
I guess Jake Lang is the organizer. He's talking to the dad of the victim. Okay. Tell me what you guys think. Listen very closely. This is crazy.
First of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And
he's, by the way, Luigi Booty Lover. 25 months member. Thanks for coming on in here. Thanks for supporting. I have a feeling I know who that is. Welcome. This guy, man, this is not you, Luigi, but I'll tell you, this guy, man, he's trying to make himself into Metcalf. He's like, he's trying to make himself into Austin Metcalf. Like, he's telling the dad, I grew up as a 17-year-old white guy. It's like, yeah, but the dad doesn't agree. Let me continue.
I don't understand as a father. You could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand?
Yeah, but man, bro, like, there's attacks on all attacks on everybody is wrong. Do you guys agree? Press that 3. If you guys agree, press that 3. And bro, like, I gotta be honest with you, man. There's a lot of people here that don't agree with me, right? They're not gonna agree. I think Tinkle Tits right here, he's not gonna agree with my politics, man. But I think we agree on more than you think if we sat down and talk, right? We got other people here, but man, could we agree that people are spreading hate to monetize? And it doesn't have to be about money. It could be about political gain. It could be. I think people spread hate with races or being different because they found out somewhere that if there's peace, there's no monetization. I'm talking about monetized by getting political power, monetized by money, monetized by fame, monetized for clout, right? Yeah. You know, Shelly doesn't agree with my politics. She thinks I'm crazy. I'm left as hell, but I still can hang with smart friends. Thank you, man. Bro, I don't even know what's left or right anymore, bro. Like, I really don't. Is this guy right here supposed to be an ultimate left, right wing? Because he apparently people are describing him as that, and I can't fucking stand him. I can't stand this guy with what he's trying to do. To keep it real, you know? So it's like, you know, and it's not that I hate this guy personally. I hate what he's trying to push. You know what I mean? I hate bigots, both sides. I don't give a shit. I actually think there's bigots equal on both sides. I think the fascists are on both sides. You guys, who knows that? Do you guys know that? I think the old school people that come here on Nerd Report know that. If you know me personally, I've been fucking slamming. I think bigots come on both sides. I really do. I've been discriminated by both fucking sides. That's why I don't look at the party, man. You could say what you want. You could call yourself whatever, open-minded. But the actions speak louder than words, man. The actions speak louder than words. My friends are gay, straight, white, black, Asian, whatever, sideways. I have friends that are goldfish, man. I have friends that are posters. I have friends that are puppies. By the way, Grayson Report got a new puppy, so you guys sub to her. I have friends everywhere. I have friends here with weird names and cool names and bad names. I don't give a shit, man. Just be good. A good person. Anyway, let's go back to this guy. This is from the protest on the weekend.
And that and say with that, maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Here comes your dad.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
So I think this guy right here with his back towards us, he's not vibing off this guy. So he's like, no, let him talk. Now, for you out there that want to hate white people, because there are people like that. They've made it okay to hate white people. They have, and that's not right, man. You don't combat hate by being the exact same shit that you pretend to be combating. I cannot take you serious if you're doing that. You cannot say you are anti-fascist, anti-Nazi at the same time punching people driving Teslas because they're driving Teslas, you don't even know them, and putting a swastika on them. You are what you're preaching.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
In history, this is
They cut off the interview. I'm trying to find the entire thing, but the dad wants no part of the guy. There's no appropriate way to handle this. Like for someone to say that dad's not handling right, I respectfully disagree. What is the proper? Hold on. Let me Google it. What is the proper reaction to your son getting ended? What is what is it? Is there a handbook? I actually think the father's being very responsible because he doesn't want other. Sorry, hold on. Can you guys hear me? The father doesn't want other people to get hurt, man. The father doesn't want other people to get hurt. And if he thinks it's not about race, then we got to respect that, man. I got to be honest with you. If the father thought it was about race, we got to respect that too. We could disagree. Some have turned racism into a business. They're just trying to stay in business. It looks like it, man. But you know what's frustrating is the fact that I could get on here and have 5 people watching, and you all will agree with this statement right here on screen, right? That the media is pushing the race card to get views or whatnot. I could have 1 million people here watching, and you all will agree too. But a lot of people still fall for it. Like they still, even though overwhelmingly we agree. This video is from News to Share. Let's see if it has anything. Give them credit for it. We are reacting. This is fair use. We're reacting, offering commentary on it. I guess this guy with the hat is not agreeing with the protest. Let's see if we hear. This is a Protect White Americans rally. And I gotta be honest with you. I think everybody should be protected, man. Right? Realitia. Is that the way you say the name? Reality with Krista Marie. Thank you for becoming a member. Folks, once again, if you want to support the channel, Real T, sorry. I'm blind. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member. All right, folks. You can gift memberships. You can send in a super sticker. It's been a very rough. This month, I don't even know if I'm going to go out of business, man. I got to be honest with you. This is the worst month. And it has nothing to do other than with the fact that, look, man, YouTube's not showing my shit. YouTube is not showing our videos. I've had so many people call me and go, hey, bro, did you quit? It's like, no, I didn't quit. What happened? And they're like, I don't see your videos anymore. Gotta have Luigi Booty Lover. I gotta ask you, though, before, hearts for Luigi Booty Lover. How do you know Luigi has a nice booty? They've never shown his booty. They've never shown his booty on video. I've been looking for Luigi's booty myself to see if it is actually good looking. And I don't see the guy's ass anywhere. So, Luigi's Booty Lover, before you love something, shouldn't you see it first? For all we know, this guy's flat and needs to do squats. I don't know. Luigi says, gonna have a barbecue in a few weeks. Louis, come over. If it's in San Diego, you send me the invitation, brother. All right, hearts for you. All right. Has anyone MIA? Yeah, tag me with Luigi's booty. Okay. Once again, I do want to say this. I do not agree with what he did because it's taking the law into your own hands. And when Luigi did the thing, it looks like allegedly there was a person right there. What if he missed? You know, and what if he got the wrong person altogether? Like, you can't, man. The Karen Show, once again, with the massive donation. Thank you for the support. I have friends of all shapes and sizes and races. I love them all. I see such hate with this guy and what he is saying. I think the father is being responsible, and I agree with what he said. Yes, the father is coming out. Are you guys talking about Nope Luigi gets to wear baggy prison clothes? I think the father is coming off as good here. I can't, but he's in a no-win situation. He's in a no-win situation. Could I say something right here? That, look, man, these people that want to make it about race when it's not, and then sometimes it is, okay? I'm not saying not, don't twist my words. Sometimes it is about race. It is people that are racist, all right? But they will loop it. They will not take it's not about race as an answer. They want it to be about race. I saw one thing where the dad said, it's not about race. Don't make it about race. This is the dad, the victim, man, the victim's father. Don't make it about race. So someone goes on there, I think a commentator goes, you don't want to make it about race because you want to hide the fact that your son was racist. So it's about race. So if the dad would have come out and said, hey, I don't like black people, it's about race. And if he comes out and says, I'm not racist, it's about race. So no matter what, it's about race because you're fucking obsessed, man. Because you're obsessed. If you see people like that, I unfriend them. I can't with them. You know what I mean? Reality, okay? Let's see what happens here.
You've seen the body cam footage, or have you seen any security footage to reduce violence in black communities?
Thank you. I stand with you, sir, on that.
Basis.
Guy says, I'm paraphrasing because, again, I don't hear what the guy says. He goes, I want to reduce violence in the black community. And then he agrees with him.
But today, I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
He says, the guy with the hat says that he's here on behalf of Jeff Metcalf, okay?
Okay.
But what he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what he wants his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now I would ask Jeff.
Okay, the dad is asking for his kids' images to be removed from the promotion of this rally. I don't know, folks. Is that legal? Does this guy have the right to do that? Or could the dad sue? By the way, Shelly coming in hot with the donation. Shelly, thank you so much, Shelly. We were going to see each other at Man Monster. The father is being very responsible. I feel for him even more now after all that call. After that call, Shelly, and everyone in here. First of all, let's have let's give some hearts to Shelly. Shelly's always supporting the channel. I had a chance to meet her last year. She came by herself without really knowing us personally. And she came to meet the Nerd Report family. And, you never know how people are in person, but she came in and I think she had a blast. I could tell you for sure, I had a blast meeting her. She was amazing. She's super cool. All right. So this is a real one. So let's hook up Shelly with some hearts. If Shelly ever needs something, I expect the community to be very respectful to her and very helpful. If you mess with Shelly, you mess with Nerd Report. Okay. Yeah. And that's right, Lewis. I had a great time. Shelly, you're a little bit too much of a party animal, though. I mean, I was like, come on, girl, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Would you stop dancing? I'm just kidding. Because we were doing a club. Yeah. I'm kidding. But thank you for that. So the dad is gaining respect, man, for me. There's no right or wrong way to react to this shenanigans, man. Now, I don't know if there's a law where the dad could say, don't use my son's image. Who owns the son's likeness? Especially if they're using photos that are from a public school. You know what I mean? Does the dad, hey, chat, there's 200 people here. Somebody's got to know that the father has the right. He's underage. But then again, does that mean no one could use the fucking picture? Especially if it's newsworthy? It's a very slippery slope. Right? So no one could use the mugshot of Anthony Karmelo, right? Let me see what someone says right here. The lady Kara. I think it's legal, but that doesn't make it right. Correct. That's exactly what I was thinking. What's up, everybody coming on in here? If you just got in here, we're talking about this tragic situation here. Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony, that happened several weeks ago already, where there was allegedly that, well, from what I understand, there was a track and field meet. Carmelo went to apparently, this is what the story says, went to the opposite rival team's tent, and there was something happen. Ended up Austin Metcalf, who was the guy that asked Carmelo to leave. There was some sort of some sort of conflict, and Metcalf's not with us because there was a knife involved. Carmelo is claiming self-defense, from what I see, right? Which would do what? What is a self-defense plea going to do? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one here, and I don't even play one. I don't know shit, man. This is all alleged. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. But here's the deal. What are we looking at? We're looking at a protest because people made it about race. Protect White Americans protest in front of the school. This happened on the weekend. I didn't even see this one. This guy, black guy on the right with the hat, is representing the father. The father does not want his son's likeness and everything. The father, Austin Metcalf's father, is the one that he says, it's not about race. Take my son's face out of there. He's the white kid. All right. Let's check it out.
Metcalf, if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young.
He just called the dad a fucking a coward. If he will be bold enough. It's a nice way of saying you're not brave enough to call. I don't fucking like this guy, man. We're seeing Carmelo Anthony's rep, in my opinion, is acting like an asshole to the dad. And this guy who's on the other side acting like an asshole to his dad. Another part, the father absolutely has a legal right to have his son image removed under many options. I would say in this instance under the hate speech laws. But okay, but in the United States as well, Karen, because I don't know. Do you is it different over there? I don't know. He just called the dad a fucking coward, man. Anthony's family had a press conference the other day. The dad showed up. You guys saw that. and the dad got kicked out. But to this guy, that was bad. This guy calling the dad a coward after he lost his son is fucking worse. All right, let me just keep it a buck. Do you guys agree? It may fall under fair use using the kid's image, nonprofit terms, source. Wow, he thinks a father should act a certain way in his grief. Exactly, dude. Exactly, Shelly. What is going on here? The dad had. There's no right way to act when you lose somebody. The dad could have gone watched a marathon of Star Wars. I don't know. There's no fucking way, dude. And then this guy calling him a coward. I'm surprised that dad doesn't have medical help right now. By the way, folks, this is very sensitive reporting. All right. YouTube has been oppressing people who report on this. I see their side because there's people that are not responsible with reporting, and this is their platform. I'm trying to be as responsible as possible with it. Trying to be seeing the stuff, giving you a little bit of my takes. Remember, if this channel ever disappears, we are on Rumble. And no, it's not right wing over there. The only people calling it right wing are people that are here on this platform that are scared people are going to go over there. It's not. It's whatever I make it. Okay? Nerd Report on Rumble. Always search for it. Nerd Report on Twitch.
But that's not what he wanted his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now, I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered. And
he's pretty much saying, I want to ask the dad if he'd be brave enough to act like the son of a deceased kid.
Of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for the consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder.
Is the dad fearful? He showed up to the press conference. Hello? Bro, why didn't you go to the press conference?
Are you a father?
No, I'm not.
I'm a father.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him? Which community?
No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a.
This guy blatantly. Okay, so like, dude, if you want to get like, let me tell you something. Could I be honest with you? If this guy is trying to get like some kind of conservative support, I'm going to tell you right now, there's one thing conservatives will jump at in a second if you call them racist. And you know why they do that? Because most conservatives are not racist. So I don't know why this guy keeps I don't know what his strategy is or who's giving him advice or what, but this guy just wants to make it about race. Oh, this guy's saying they are swatting the dad. Oh, what community? The fuck kind of question's that? He wants to make it about race no matter what. So who is he trying to win votes from, man? I'm telling you right now, if you are liberal, if you are a Democrat, you're probably saying, well, conservatives are racist. They're not fucking racist, dude. There are racists in there, but they're minute, okay? And I could sit here and say Democrats are racist too. But there are racists in there, but they're minute. So I don't know what this guy's point is. I don't know what this guy's point is. Why can't people get? Lisa was asking a good question. Why can't people be kind? You know why? Because it doesn't make money. It doesn't make money. The dude's not going to win votes for anybody. He's not going to win votes from anyone. I don't know what his point is. There is a thing where, like, in his little circle, he could like be rich, like a legend in his own, like within the 10 people that like him. I don't know. He has an Adolf. He has an Adolf haircut. I didn't notice that.
Son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, who's his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full. So the last thing he wants to be tied to is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is bad. Young black men are getting killed every day by young black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community, and my community is being victimized by the community of violent black, absolute degenerates.
But here's the problem.
They're degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body.
Amen.
And if you're not a part of that body,
I can read statistics, so I'm also a pragmatic human being.
So
I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. If you tiptoe around a problem.
Now, I know Renee is saying he will get votes. Yes, he will get 2 or 3 votes. Most people aren't going to play that shit. You want me to give you the proof that America is not racist? You guys ready? Press that 1. Press that 1. I'm waiting. I have proof right here. Think about this. All right. The mere fact that political parties, political candidates, sorry if my pronunciation's bad. I speak 2 or 3 languages and I can't speak any of them correctly. The fact that a big strategy, okay, this is a democracy. The more votes you get, the more you probably win. Okay, you're gonna win the more votes you get, right? The more people support you, you'll win. Majority wins. Okay. The fact that political parties and political candidates use the strategy of calling the opponent a racist and label them as a racist tells you that the least people are racist. Because why would you want to label your rival something that has overwhelming support? You don't. If you're able to brand your opponent as a racist, your opponent will lose because no one likes racist. Republicans don't like racist. Democrats don't like racist. Liberals don't like racist. Christians don't like racist. No one likes racist. Are there racists in those groups? Yes, there are. Don't twist my words. But they're very small. Okay, that's my explanation. All right? Take that for what you think. Take that for what you think. He was in jail for J6. This guy has a big history, man.
That's how you get to the end result.
So your biggest concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's not my big. I have
The
concern.
concern is a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And we just
First of
can't
all,
ignore it any longer. If it stops, we're good.
So let me
answer that question.
Do you
My
believe
biggest
more
concern-
white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2 to 1. Every single race in domestic issues, because we live amongst each other and uncles kill uncles or drunk at barbecues and stuff like that, it's always the same amount.
So your
listen, let me respond, please. Please let me respond.
Is your response that
I'm saying
Mr.
that
Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people
if I was him, I would do it.
But he's not you. So what I'm saying
But I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
He just said he doesn't cower when it's time to stand. Hey, man, listen, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I've seen cowards. The dad is not acting like a coward. The dad is fighting both of them. The Anthony family has attacked the dad or put down the dad in the press conference, and so is this guy who's trying to protect his son has gone. So both sides are kind of like going up against the dad. Okay, I think this would depend where he ran. No, they're not, Alexander. They're not racist. The racists are no, dude. I go to the South. People are nicer to me, and I'm fucking brown. Some people think I'm black, which I don't have a problem. What they think I am. I've gone to the deep fucking South and treated way better by the whitest of white people in the South than I do here in California, in East LA or South Central. I get more discriminated here in LA than the South. Yeah, that's right. I get less discriminated by MAGA people. That's just my experience. I'm not going to be here lying. Sorry. You know? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know, man. I don't control how people act.
Let me respond, please. Please let me respond.
Your response that
I'm saying
Mr.
that
Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people
if I was him, I would do it.
But he's not you. So what I'm saying,
exactly, he's not him, man. This guy just said, "I don't have a kid." So why does he even have an opinion of how someone with a kid should act if his kids? I mean, he should have an opinion. Okay, it's his right. But I think his opinion should be taken more with a grain of salt than someone that has kids. Bro, listen, it is very easy to say, Karmelo's family is being out of hand because they're protecting his son. Man, when you're in that position, they may know the son's guilty of sin or has a problem, but they're going to defend the blood, man. There's going to be people that don't. There's going to be people that are like, hey, man, if my son or daughter does something wrong, I'm done. My family, Shelly says, my family was discriminated for being Italian back in the 1990s. Yeah, but Italian doesn't, oh my God, Italian? Oh my God. I'm partially Italian. I love it. Italians are awesome, man. What can I say? What could I say? I love Italians. Everyone gets discriminated. Everybody. Here's another one I'm going to tell you, Shelly. Shelly says her family was Italian. She was discriminated. Don't Italians have a thing where they discriminate each other too? Like, it's funny. It's not funny. It's stupid. I think not just for Italians, but everybody. It's like, even if you go to Mexico, the different areas hate each other. And, it's not a rivalry. They hate each other. United States, Californians think that fucking people from the South are cannibals. Everyone hates each other. Who means whoop? Wop? Everyone hates each other. Yeah. The shades of brown hate each other.
I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire
It's because
is
of
to
fear.
represent-
Let's be
My
honest.
desire
It's
is that
because he's
another
afraid.
Austin Metcalf does not happen next week.
Like,
And
guys,
if I was his father, I would stand
But you're
righteously
not.
to say,
But you're
yes,
not.
He's
but I'm
not,
a
but
man.
we all have
of
common
I'm a
sense,
white
and we
man.
know.
for his father.
Hold on, we know. I'm not.
speaking for white men.
I'm not going to
say
say.
you
Look,
a
white
well,
people
hold on,
in this
hold on.
country.
Are you a
Jake,
father?
hold on one
Are
second.
you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
I'm not. But listen,
Okay,
this.
so when I
I know
talk
I'm
to
not done talking yet. Hold on.
Who are not dealing with grief. You've talked for an hour. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
No, no.
Let me
That's not
respond,
true.
guys. There's too much peanut gallery.
That's not what his father said. His father
I've
did
never
not
heard
say
that.
that.
Can we please let me respond?
His father's not.
Let
No,
me
listen.
respond.
No,
Hey,
his father because of fear.
I'm having a conversation between you and I. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He is a symbol. He is a symbol of young white people being predatorized and victimized every.
Who are you to say who the symbol is, bro? This is insane. This is insane.
Single day living in fear. He is living in fear. Our people in this country.
Shelly was right about the haircut. Holy shit, dude. Sweet life.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He
Bro, he needs a stash right here. Dude, oh my God. This is just a ridiculous take, man. I don't even know what I could tell you about it. I don't know. But I could tell you some other shit. You guys want to see? So, you guys can see this or no? Sorry. Okay, this lady right here. Shit, my computer's all messed up. Dominique Alexander. We posted the press conference when this guy first showed up. You guys remember him? Press that one. If you're following Nerd Report, you're on it. This guy's not going to rise to power. Listen, I thought this guy was making sense in his press conference until the very end. He wanted to make it about politics. This guy is like, it seems like he's the opposite of the guy we just saw. These two need to sign a UFC contract and get into do a fight. The dude earlier with that was organizing the rally. This guy has a big rap sheet. Now, look, he has a big rap sheet. It's disgusting. Look it up yourself. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm not going to read his rap sheet. It looks like he has a big rap sheet, okay? This guy is suing creators, I guess. They want to silence us. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm a nice guy. And I'm kind of, I'm pretty fucking fair here. Have I been fair with this case? There's no reason this guy will come after me or anything, but he has his eyes set on Sarah Fields, it looks like. All right? He's putting up all these, she's putting up all the receipts. This guy is upset at her. He's hinting at suing.
Should go viral, but it probably won't because it doesn't fit the narrative. But I'm going to make it anyway, and we'll see what happens. So, January 24th, 2025, that is the date that...
Okay, Paula, I can't believe you're so naive to this guy. Paula, you have a YouTube channel. Why don't you make a video and educate me? What am I naive about? I'm sure you won't answer the question because you have no reason to say I'm naive. I'm going to give Paula a few minutes to answer. Do you think Paula's going to answer? Why am I naive to this guy? You don't even tell me what guy I'm talking. We've had a video. I've been on for an hour. I played a video and it's featured like 7 guys. And you can't even articulate you're naive about such person. Okay? Paula says, I can't believe you're so naive to this guy, Lewis. What guy are you talking about? So I could educate you on him. Yeah, speak, Paula, or I'm kicking your ass out. I don't give a shit. I'm sick of people that make up shit and then use it as a truth narration. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to answer who I'm talking about, and then I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat to do their thing. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, there she goes. They're end group, Nazi groups, brothers, etc. that want. What are you talking? How am I naive? Okay, look. Paula says they're NAZI groups, Aryan brotherhoods that want. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I'm going to leave you there, but please learn how to fucking write in English. I still don't have an idea what you're talking about. I acknowledge that those groups are around. Don't go to people's channels calling them names, please. I already don't even like reporting about this because I am sick of people hurting each other and excuses and everybody just hating. All right? How is that naive? Exactly. You said I'm naive about this guy, and then you say, because there's Aryan brother. Did I deny there's any? Clean your ear hole. That's what he is? I'm not going to sit here and accuse him of being part of a group. Paula, go and make a video. Oh, my God. Paula, do me a favor. Go right now and make a video on your channel and tell everybody this guy is part of this group. If you believe it. Why are you on my channel saying I don't know shit? Good luck with the lawsuit, okay? Go and if you are so into it, go and make a video on it. You have a channel, you have access to YouTube to educate the masses by just posting here. But to come in here and say, I'm naive to this guy, and then and you don't even say who. Paula, do me a favor. Okay, yes, here's your opinion. Paula, do me a favor. You call me naive, though, all right? And that's not an opinion. Write on my channel who is in the Aryan Nation. The name. I want the name, because you don't tell me the name. And then I want to tell everybody that whatever Paula says, it's her opinion. And that person is not here to defend themselves, and there's absolutely no proof they're part of that group. And I do not agree. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. All right? If you're so brave, Paula, don't call people names. Good luck with the lawsuit, though. I still don't know who you're talking about.
This is a video that should go viral, but it probably won't because it doesn't fit the narrative. But I'm going to make it anyway, and we'll see what happens. So, January 24th, 2025, that is the date that 7-year-old Breon Allen Jr.
Okay, this is another case. It's probably another one that's going to make my heart fucking boil. All right, listen. Creators are getting... This lady puts information on everything, not just on Metcalf. I don't know her legitimacy. I'll look her up. But she's getting Dominique Alexander. People are saying, he doesn't like her. All right, she was brought up in the last press conference. Yeah, everyone does have a channel, Betty. You could actually upload a video right now. But that's what gets me. If you go to someone else's channel and say they don't know what they're talking about, or you should talk about this, I'm going to respond by, why don't you do it? I don't see Paula saying the name and accusing someone on my video of being part of a group, right? You're brave with my channel. I got to be careful. I won't want to spit misinformation out there. Okay? I will tell you this, though. This is not misinformation. If anybody comes out to try to censor a creator, I'm going to take that personally. If it's within reason, obviously, okay? I'm not going to defend creators that make up shit. But if the creator is sharing opinions that are within law and not making up shit, and they get sued, I'm gonna defend the person that gets sued, because an attack on one is an attack on all. Okay, an attack on one is an attack on all, even you, for your rights. I can't breathe. Is that? Paula hasn't mentioned who's the person that's in the Aryan group. Because you can't do that. You can't just accuse people of shit. Frisco track meet stabbing. Karmelo Anthony moved to undisclosed location after threats. People are asking what the threats are, and they're asking to show proof. They're saying they haven't shown proof. I could tell you right now that if I was a betting person, I would think that they are in fact getting threats. But there's a couple of things you have to take into consideration. Number one, if you are new to publicity, to being in the spotlight, if you are new to being in the spotlight and you get publicly attacked, or you may be shocked, man, because that shit is fucking crazy, especially when you're new to it, right? That is crazy. You may get, you don't, even if one person calls you out on the internet, you may be like trembling. I know I used to. But then after a while, you realize that those are sometimes little kids, keyboard warriors, trolls, or just people that want to see you freak out. And after a while, you know that most of them are empty threats. Thank God. So listen, do I think they're getting threats? Yeah. Second thing I want to say, I don't know if it's like 1 million threats or if it's one. I don't know. But either way, if I was a betting person, I'd say they are. I don't know if they're panicking or what. Okay, I don't know if they're panicking or what. But apparently, Karmelo Anthony has moved. Okay? Something wrong there? No. And where's the article? Nowhere. Okay, I'm just going to go by the headline. Wait. It's a video with a commercial that I don't want to see. Hold on. Let me just play this commercial and then come back. We are reacting to a news story. All right, buy tickets, blah, blah, blah. All right, can you guys hear this?
This is the teenager accused of stabbing another teen to death at a track meet.
You hear that?
Was moved to an undisclosed location for safety reasons. That's according to Dallas-based advocacy group Next Generation Action Network. Karmelo Anthony is accused of killing Austin Metcalf after the two got into a fight earlier this month. Since then, Anthony and his family say they've received threats, disturbing mail, and have had people taking pictures outside their home. The court did approve the move for Anthony.
Okay, so they approved the move because he's wearing an ankle bracelet, right? Like a device too. There's Karmelo Anthony, which is the American-based basketball player. I don't follow sports. So the main news today seems to be that he moved. Oh, check this out. TMZ with the makes it a little bit more dramatic. What's up, Ann? Karmelo Anthony forced to evacuate home over harassment, reps say. Now, they've swatted the ankle monitor, ankle bracelet, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Thank God I've never been incarcerated or anything. So I don't even know. I don't even know if I've ever had a ticket. I don't even think I've had a ticket. I don't want to get one. Further away I am from cops, better. I don't even want to ask them for directions. Reps for Karmelo Anthony, the high schooler accused of killing Austin Metcalf at the track meet earlier this month, says he's been forced to evacuate his Texas home over repeated instances of harassment. Next Generation Action Network, that's the guy with the guy repping him, which has been helping Anthony in his ending case since April 2nd's arrest, claimed on Monday the 17-year-old is now in an undisclosed location after he and his family have been the target of ending threats, continued harassment, and physical intimidation. Do I believe those are happening? Yes. The extent to them, I don't know. I did hear, this is a rumor, I cannot prove this, that there are no police reports. This was, I think I heard it on a YouTube channel that there's no police reports, okay? In announcing Anthony's move, the official shared some video of the police, video of pictures they say show some disturbance in the family, with the family. Where is this video? Hold on a second. Now there are pizza delivery. Hold on. Let me actually look for these videos. I have seen these videos. People delivering pizzas, people showing up to the front. Hold on, let me see. Pizza. Let me see if I see a pizza delivery. And they don't even pay for the fucking pizza, man. Here we go. Someone decided to have a pizza delivery to Karmelo Anthony's home. And guess what? Okay, I don't know what.
How are you? Great, great. Kind of long. No, we didn't order pizza. Who's getting a pizza from? You don't mind if I see the receipt?
You guys hear this?
It's Karmelo Anthony. I'm not sure if that's the right name or not.
Okay, how are you? Great, great. Kind of long. No, we didn't order pizza. Who's been a pizza from? You don't mind if I see the receipt?
Sure. It's Karmelo Anthony. I'm not sure if that's the right name or not.
Okay, how are you? Great, great. Kind of long. No, we didn't order pizza. Who's been a pizza from?
I think the biggest crime there is that they didn't pay for the goddamn pizza. Pay for the pizza if you're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
She's getting millions of views on this.
This is the lady we reported on earlier.
These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I asked, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up.
Now, again, it goes back to what I said. He labels the other person, the rivals, he says they're racist bigots. So they lose popularity because most people are not racist bigots. If there's a group called hey, we're racist bigots, no one's gonna support that. He knows that. Everyone knows that.
She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I asked, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Cal Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Cal Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back. We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody said anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm going to say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card.
He wants to it's political. See, this is where he becomes a political activist. There's a lot of Black people that got along with Donald Trump very well, man. Ask Mike Tyson. So listen, I don't know. Again, I want to see what happens with the trial. It's the same thing. Look, a lot of you are coming from Popcorn Planet or talking about the Justin Baldoni case with Blake Lively. I want to see the trial. I want to see the facts. Everything I say here is recorded. It's all due process. Exactly, and everything I say here is recorded. So if I come off and I go one side, I may have egg on my face, man. That's why I don't I'm not convinced with the Justin Baldoni. I'm not convinced Justin Baldoni stuff until I see the trial. I'm not on his side 100%. It looks bad for Blake Lively. All right, folks, I'm going to, if you want to send in some last minute support, you could do so right now. I'm going to give I'm going to give you all a minute for your comments and everything. If I see anything, I may highlight it. I may not see your stuff, so I may not highlight it. Do not be offended. If you have any comments, any support you want to send in real quick. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I respect your all opinions, except if people come in here and say you're ignorant, like about this guy, and then can't really even name the guy because it's like, okay, who? This guy's definitely part of the problem. What's next? Rewrite to make your ends justify the means. What the F? Love you, Lewis. Wendy, I love you back. Last minute comments, folks. Lisa Boo's from Canada. She's probably like, man, I don't want this shit over here in Canada. 51st state, man. We have our own problems. I don't fucking have these weirdos go over there. It's okay, Lisa Boo. If you become the 51st state, I'm moving over there just to be your neighbor. Yeah, I'm all loud, man. Jokes write themselves. It's pretty good stream today, right? Did you guys like it? Press that one. Yeah, I know. Hey, we'll welcome you with open arms too. Lisa Boo, we're gonna welcome our 51st state with open arms. Nah, I say leave the Canadians alone. Thank you for your great content, Ann says. Thank you. Thank you, Denny, as well. Everyone hit that one button. Just hit it so I know there's a heartbeat out there. Everyone hit the one button. All at once. Go. Just hit it. There you go. All right, remember, after you watch this video, I want everyone here to leave a comment. So I'm going to end this video, and I want you to put in a comment. All right? Okay, so if I end this video, right as I end it, it's going to stop, and then you go into the comments area, and you write something. I don't care what it is. All right? And hit the like. Keep hitting the like. Smash those likes. All right, guys. We will see you later. Nerd out.